What's up, Hornets fans, and welcome back to another edition of the Hornets Daily podcast. My name is Tayvon, and we got ourselves a fantastic show for you guys today. As of always, the Hornets is on their final game of the regular season. They faced off against the New York Knicks, a New York Knicks team that is pretty much out with their starters. They rested their starters as they already proclaimed the third seed. They cannot move up, and they cannot move backwards, as the Cleveland Cavaliers lost out their chance, as they lost to the Atlanta Hawks the other night. Thus, the New York Knicks rested all their starters, including Mitchell Robinson, and only played a hand-selected few players. Meanwhile, for the Charlotte Hornets, they kept in their starters, but only played limited minutes from that standpoint, in which the Charlotte Hornets pull out the victory in easy fashion with a 110-96 victory over the New York Knicks. The Knicks pretty much had 96 points. The leading scorer for that game was Miles McBride with 8 of 15 shooting, 4 of 7 from the three-point line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 21 points for him. And they mostly played most of the younger guys. Now, Miles Bridges out of the starters did play, but he only played for 23 seconds, as he was just only there to basically commit one foul and earn that Iron Man title of playing all 82 games in the regular season. Speaking of that, another person on our team has played officially 82 games in the season, and that is Sion. Sion has 82 games underneath his belt in his rookie season of the NBA. This is a first for any rookie, or a first, I believe, for a rookie of the Charlotte Hornets in NBA history, or at least for the franchise. For Sion James to hit 82 games is the first time a rookie in our franchise has done that in a while. With that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, with the game being clinched as well, the Charlotte Hornets will finish as the 9th seed in the Eastern Conference. That will mean the Hornets will stay in the 9th seed and will be at home for the NBA play-in tournament coming in. We cannot wait to see against our opponent, which I will explain in the topic coming up. But until then, let's talk about this game, of course, and go through the stats and talk about it through and through. Now, obviously, the Knicks has been playing their young players, Kevin McCall Jr., Trey Jemison, people that you've seen in the G League, especially for the Westchester Knicks. It was playing this game. Ari Hakpori, Mohamed Diarra, Jose Alvarado, who doesn't really get much minutes, was playing and starting in this one. Jeremy Sochan was playing in this one with 19 minutes in this one as well. And as I said, they were playing most of the young guys. We were focused on winning and securing that 9th seed to play at home in front of our home crowd. So with that in mind, let's go through the stats and let's get through it. Miles Bridges, 3 of 8, 0 of 2 from the three-point line, 1 of 2 from the free throw line, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 7 points for him. Solid game for Miles Bridges again. Could not find the three-point shot that he's looking for, but at least he put some down, or he put some points in for this Hornets team. Kyle Knipple, 31 minutes, 5 of 14, 3 of 10 from three-point line, 6 rebound, 5 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, 14 points. Khan was not shooting well in this one, but he did finish off this season as your number one player in three-point percentages in the season. This is the first time a rookie has led this category throughout a season. With that in mind, though, Con Knipple still looks tired, still looks like he still has that back injury that is currently plaguing him as of right now, and it does not look good in any sort of circumstance. Again, I do hope Charles Lee rests him up coming in from this game. And again, I felt like this was an ample time to rest him for about 21 minutes or so. Let him play 20 minutes and then literally take him off the floor. Put somebody in like Josh Green, Trey Mann, even Liam, or even Tayvon to get some minutes out from that 2 or 3 guard spot. But they allowed him to play 31 minutes. He may be fighting off whatever he is trying to play. But again, as I said, 31 minutes for the rookie that is dealing with either exhaustion or a back injury has not been looking very well. You would think they would rest him a little bit more so that way he can get back into shape, but apparently they did not. Musa with 26 minutes in this one, 2 of 3, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 blocks, 4 points from Musa. I feel like Musa could have sat a little bit more, but again, understand why he played 26 minutes in this one. He was a key factor into this win. 4 offensive rebounds as always, 3 assists, 2 blocks, doing Musa things as always. He is going to be on the glass. He's going to be attacking the glass, and he is smart enough to make some plays. out from the PNR, and also get some block shots as well. So all equaled out at the end of the day. LaMelo Ball, 7 of 19, 5 of 16, getting up those 3-pointers, just not hitting much of his shots. He had 2 offensive rebounds, 7 rebounds in total, 6 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, but 5 turnovers, 19 points for LaMelo. Again, LaMelo, a very standard game, to say the least, a 7 of 19, 5 of 16 shooting, just checking up a lot of threes, but he's getting rebounds, he's getting assists, he's doing what he can, and he got 5 turnovers in this game, which I'm still, like, it's the last game of the season, so it doesn't really matter, but still, 5 turnovers in a game where it doesn't really matter. A lot of young players playing, you could have just dominated at any point in time. It's kind of crazy that, that's his final stat line for the season. And don't get me wrong, 7 rebounds and 6 assists to be added with 19 points is always a pleasure. It's always a good thing to see. But again, coming from the last game of the season, I just still like, what's going on? Get it together. It's the last game. You only played 29 minutes. You could have dominated this game easily. Shit, I feel like the Hornets could have at least blown out the New York Knicks, especially with their no starters on the lineup. But it seems as though they just could not do it, or they rested and allowed the bench to more carry on from there. Brandon Miller had 27 minutes in this one, 5 of 12, 3 of 8 from the three-point line, 6 of 7 from the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 turnovers. 3 turnovers in this game. He had a steal and a block in this game. My fault for that. He had 19 points in this game. A little bit of off shooting night for Brandon Miller as well, but otherwise than that, did everything that you asked him to. He played defense. He got 1 block. He got 1 steal. 3 turnovers in this game. Got a couple of boards. 19 points for him. Has a positive plus minus. Is not bad for Brandon Miller, even though he and LaMelo still on their shooting slump as it is, and Con Knipple is still on his shooting slump as of right now. Sion, 21 minutes in this game. Iron Man for the Charlotte Hornets, 3 of 6, 2 of 5 from the three-point line, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, 8 points for Sion. Again, just coming off the bench and just doing his thing. He's literally the role player that is going to play with a lot of hustle, a lot of grit, and defend your team's best offensive player option, especially if it's a guard. He can go toe-to-toe against them and basically kind of shut him down. I don't think he's at that place to where to be a shutdown defender, but he is in a place where he will make it a little bit more difficult for them, and that's exactly what he did, and also contribute with some rebounds. Gotta love it from Sion, playing that extra guard role / small forward role. Ryan Coburner, 4-4. No threes, 1 free throw, had 5 rebounds in this game, 2 assists, 1 steal, and a block to finish off with 9 points. 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 assists. 2 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block is a good stat line coming off the bench. I was hoping that Ryan actually got more minutes, but it seems as though they kept him on somewhat of a short leash of 20 minutes or so. Kobe White has 16 minutes in this one, 6 of 10. 3 of 6 from the three-point line, 4 of 6 from the free throw, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 turnovers, 19 points off the bench for Kobe White, doing what he does best, which is putting the ball in the basket and getting to that free throw line at a consistent rate. And that's exactly what he did within 16 minutes of play. Kobe White playing really good in this one, to say the least. Grant Williams, 20 minutes, 3 of 4, 2 of 3 from the three-point line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, and 8 points for Grant. Grant Williams picked off where he last left off. Again, the last game that we played, he was not hitting his threes, he was not hitting his shots, but still was doing other things to contribute to the score and contribute to the Hornets. 6 rebounds, again, 2 assists, got a block. The last game he had 5 steals, so it's a little bit different seeing him with 0 steals, but again, you can still see his impact. He had 16 on the plus minus. Kobe had led the team with plus minuses of 18. Following after that is Ryan Coburn, and then following after that is Con Knipple with his rebounds, steals, and assists. So, as I said, Grant Williams still contributing on the high level, even if it's the last game of the season. Josh Green had a full 10 minutes, 1 of 2 from the 1 of 2 from the field, 1 of 2 from the three-point line. Had 2 rebounds in this game, had 3 points. So, a typical game from Josh Green. Again, no defensive, or pretty much playing 3-and-D, but more hustle, if anything, was not providing any much stats from that point on. 4 minutes, Trey Mann, Liam McNeely, Tayvon Salon were pretty much all 3 missed their shots, so no points from them. But with the rebound was Liam McNeely with a rebound and an assist for the game. Tayvon had a turnover. Trey Mann had a turnover. The rest of the reserves, Pat Connaughton and Xavier Tillman, did not play. Now for the Knicks side, we'll talk about Jose Alvarado, Grand Theft Auto, 6 of 16, 4 of 9 from the three-point line. Had 7 assists, 5 rebounds, 2 steals, 1 block, 16 points for him. Great game for him. Jordan Clarkson, 1 of 5 shooting, only had 15 minutes. Malcolm Diate, 5 of 11, 1 of 5 from the three-point line, 1 of 3. The Knicks' first-round pick of late did not really play good in a sense. Jeremy Sochan, 4 of 9, 2 of 6 from the three-point line, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 12 points for him. He looked very fantastic in certain areas, in certain ways, but again, as I said, he was more of a reserve pickup for the Knicks just in case of injury. Trey Jameson had 2 of 3 shooting, 2 of 2 from the rebound, of assists, and 3 turnovers. And then finally, Kevin McCullough Jr., 6 of 11, 2 of 6 from the three-point line, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 14 points for Kevin McCullough Jr. So, with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, the Hornets has gotten the victory, and they will be moving on to the play-in to face off against the Miami Heat on Tuesday. Speaking of that, as I said, the Hornets finished off in the 9th seed, and we're going to have to talk about it, how that came to fruition now. Obviously, ladies and gentlemen, we look at the standings. We checking a look. This is the final standings of the season. So as of right now, the Hornets, if they did not lose that game against Detroit, they would have been in a 3-way tie against the Philadelphia 76ers and Orlando Magic for that 7th spot. Currently, right now, we would have owned that 7th spot if we did not lose that game. And if we didn't lose other games that's prior off of that, whether it be a close game or not, we would probably be in the 7th spot currently as of right now, going against the 8th seed and potentially having 2 home play-in games to participate. Now, with this, since we are the 9th seed, we will have 1 play-in game, and we have to survive that playing game. If we lose that playing game, we are out of playoff contention completely. We will be a lottery team. Now, in that case, as I said, if we do win and we do beat the Miami Heat, we will face off against the loser between the Orlando Magic and the Philadelphia 76ers. These are 2 teams that we have beaten multiple times throughout the season. Now, if you tell me what pick do I want, obviously, I would want to face off against the Orlando Magic. The Magic play at a very high level, but as of right now, they've been playing so inconsistent, so bad in terms of it, that it is a chance that we could sneak or pretty much will win a matchup against the Magic. We've swept them in the season series. I feel as though we can do much more in terms of playing games against the Orlando Magic. Now, the Philadelphia 76ers, that's where I get a little bit afraid because of the simple fact that Tyrese Maxey is fully healthy. Joel Embiid is fully healthy. Paul George is fully healthy. And they have a stacked roster, a stacked depth that's out there that's going to wear and tear on us, especially Embiid. I feel as though with people like Karl-Anthony Towns and Embiid, as I said, and always will say, especially against bigger name brand stars that's out there, like Towns, like Embiid, like Jokic or anything like that, we struggle against them tremendously. And we don't have that much size to compete against that, especially Ryan Coburn is not ready in terms of that. I feel as though we are hoping and praying that the Orlando Magic lose against the Philadelphia 76ers, move on to the 7th round, or go against not the New York Knicks, against the Boston Celtics, and then hopefully we ended up facing off against the Orlando Magic for the 8th spot and potentially winning that game in Orlando to face off against the Detroit Pistons in the playoffs. So hopefully we can come out these play-ins very squeaky clean. It's going to be a dogfight against Miami for sure. Miami is not a quitting team. This team has been going through a lot. They are been in the play-in for the past 5 to 6 years. They always make it out majority of the time. So we gotta be vigilant. We gotta be ready for this game coming up on Tuesday against Miami squad coming in. Talking about a lot of stats that happened for tonight. Let's move on to the next topic. The next thing that we have to put up there is the Hornets. We got to talk about the Hornets. The last player to be a Iron Man, to play every single game. He's only one of 18 players in the NBA, one of 2 rookies in the NBA to have played every game, is Sion James. Sion James is out of one of 18 players to play a game. 1 out of 2 rookies, which is Jeremiah Fears from the New Orleans Pelicans, to play all 82 games. The last Hornets player to do so was Kemba Walker in 2018-19 season per Eric Collins. The last Hornets rookie to do it was Cody Zeller, actually. So I lied about that. It was actually 2 rookies that has done it in franchise history. That's Cody Zeller and Con Knipple. With Sion James, this is what he had to say. He said, "It's a great feeling for sure. Like you said, it's my job. So I try to be out there whenever I can. But the biggest thing is that I'm here and I'm willing to help my team and help us win games." So with that, ladies and gentlemen, Sion James makes a landmark and being one of the top Ironmans in the league as of right now. Ryan Kalkbrenner leads all rookies in field goals, offensive rebounds, blocks, and dunks. He is number 1 in all categories tonight, and he will finish number 1 in all categories tonight for NBA rookies in both field goal percentage, offensive rebounds, blocks, and dunks. There's an impressive rookie campaign from Ryan Kalkbrenner, and I think he should be an all-rookie second team, potentially coming in. Now, it's very hard to put that award on him, especially with the hype of other rookies. But again, he has earned every single penny, every single dollar of his rookie contract as of right now. So great play, great job from Ryan Kalkbrenner for the rest of the season and the rookies as of right now. We will get to Con. Trust me, we will get there because Con has something coming up again for his shooting. Talking about that, the Charlotte Hornets have the largest increase of total plus minus over the past 2 seasons. No other teams that had a better over plus minus in the past 2 seasons compared to the Charlotte Hornets. Charlotte was a negative 747 in 2024-2025. They was then plus 399 in 2025-2026, which is a positive increase of 1,146 compared to that to the Boston Celtics Kevin Garnett team, to the Larry Bird Celtics team from 78-79 to 79 into the 80 season, to the Phoenix Suns on the 87-88 and 89-90 season, and then finally with Tim Duncan with his 96-97s and then 97-98 season. That means the Charlotte Hornets has the largest over the past 2 seasons in NBA history of plus minus in total in terms of increase. So congratulations to them on that. With that in mind, Con Knipple is the first rookie in NBA history to lead the league in 3-point made shots. There's only 3 rookies in NBA history who average 15 points, 5 rebounds per game while shooting 40% from the 3-point range this season or for a season. And that is 2 Celtics legends, Larry Bird and Paul Pierce. And then finally, Con Knipple. With that in mind. Also, with the statistic that's going on, Con Knipple and LaMelo Ball are the only second pair of teammates in NBA history to finish first and second on the 3-point made leaderboard. The other pair was Steph Curry and Klay, who did it in 4 straight seasons in a row. That is incredible, to say the least. Last but not least, for the stats line for today, and we got to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen, it is pretty much the Orlando Magic loss helped actually bump the Charlotte Hornets' second first-round pick from pick 19 all the way to pick 17. So with that in mind, ladies and gentlemen, we not only have pick 14 or pick 13 or pick 16 or whatever, we do have an extra pick, which is pick 21. So as of right now, we got bumped from 19 to 17. So we have 17th pick and pick 21. With that, ladies and gentlemen, we have chances of potentially moving up in the draft with those 2 first-round picks and potentially another player being thrown in. Or we have a chance of combining those 2 picks, a future first-round pick, to move up in the draft as of right now and improve our chances for the Hornets to potentially get a star big or a star player coming out from the top 5 or top 10 draft. Now, I'm not saying that this will happen, but it is an idea because both teams, the team that is going to take these picks, will more than likely use all these picks to select a certain player backed up and pick up a certain player that's outside the draft. With that, now obviously this draft class seems like it's not really top 10 heavy, or it is going to be top 10 heavy and then pretty much fall off from there. However, there's still some gems that's out there that will contribute on the NBA level, and I'm pretty sure the Hornets know that and will tell, or Jeff Peterson will tell everybody that in terms of potentially trading around the picks or looking to trade picks away, he has the 17th and the 21st pick of the NBA draft. So as that come along, we will know where we're going to be sitting at in the draft lottery and where the records is going to show from that point on. But ladies and gentlemen, as I said, with that in mind, Charles Lee has to say something about the 82-game season. He said, just seeing a lot of growth and development from everybody. We have guys that has been here and had career years. We have rookies that played all 82 games. We got the rookie of the year on our team. We got a guy who can be a all-NBA player, the win streaks, but I'm just proud of the group. I'm happy that the whole hive is thriving. We got a G League championship as well. There's so much to be thankful for. This team has shown the city what we're about. We're about competing. We're about being together. That's what Charlotte and the Carolinas are all about to do. We are put a product on the floor that can be proud of it. And so we need you there in the playing games. Let's bring the noise. So that was the final quote from Eric Collins for tonight in discussion of the Hornets as of right now. And it looks very clean. As I said, this Hornets team has been battling back. They have a lot of star power now. It is a completely different team from what we started off in the season. We started off 4-14 due to injuries. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the playoffs. I mean, we are in the play-in as of right now, potentially making it to the playoffs. In my wildest dreams, as I said, it was a chance, a very low chance that we will ever make it to the playoffs within the next 5, maybe 2 to 3 years. The fact that we did it in 1 year following those injuries against LaMelo Ball and Brandon Miller is remarkable. And I think, honestly, it shows so much credit to the training staff, so much credit to the coaching staff, all the way up to Jeff Peterson and also the owners of the Charlotte Hornets as of right now, the owner stake group for the Charlotte Hornets right now. It has been a tremendous class of players that has been going on to the Charlotte Hornets blue. And to be honest with you, I cannot wait. I cannot wait for the draft, and I cannot wait for free agency to see what else is out there. But first things first, we got to take care of our opponent, and that is the Miami Heat. So preparing for Miami, it's going to be on Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. It will be on Amazon Prime. I cannot guarantee that Eric Collins and Del Curry will be hosting this game or will be commentating this game, but I do know this was their last appearance on Hornets FanDuel network as of right now. The Hornets will no longer The Hornets will no longer have FanDuel Network, has its sponsor for networks for local broadcasts, has the Main Street thing happen. In that case, the Hornets will be looking for a new home to basically broadcast the game at home. But regardless of not, they will be on Prime Video. They will be on Amazon Prime to go against the Miami Heat on Tuesday. So it's going to be a really great game. Make sure you guys prepare. Make sure you get your blessings up. Make sure that you go down and literally pray today, because you don't know if the Hornets will make it out against Miami. Miami is a really good team. They are gritty. They are going to do everything in their power to win a game, and I can see them going across the line and beating out Charlotte in a way. But I also see Charlotte defeating Miami Heat in any way, shape, or possible if they do make mistakes on the offensive end, which it was their weakness at one point. And as far as the defensive end, they are not really in sync with each other. So we will see if the Hornets can pull it out against Miami. Now, obviously, if we do pull it out against Miami, we have a chance to go against Philadelphia or Orlando in that second play-in match, in which we will have to win both the games. And it's going to be grueling games between Philadelphia and Orlando, either which way you put it. But at the end of the day, I'd rather not deal with the foul baiter that's over there against the Philadelphia 76ers and in the Philadelphia 76ers compared to our Orlando Magic team that is really fragile or really inconsistent in moments of the game. So we'll see how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure you put a thumbs up on the video if you do like this video. If you want to subscribe to the Hornets Daily Podcast, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button on YouTube. We are very close to 875. I cannot wait for that goal to be reached. And I cannot wait to hear you guys' comments on this game again against the Knicks. It was a very slow game, but let me know in the comment section how you guys feel. Let me know in the comment section how you guys feel about the stats and records that was put out there. How you feel about the Hornets being the 9th seed. They had a chance of being the 7th seed if they didn't lose their games against Boston and Pistons. Unfortunately, they did lose, but they were able to pretty much still hang on to that 9th seed and play against Miami. And then lastly, let me know about the stats and records for this time being. Again, Khan, Sion, Ryan Coburner, LaMelo Ball, and Brandon Miller also broke some records as of this week. So make sure you guys check out your stats and records as it is. Last but not least, it is a home versus Miami on Tuesday. And I cannot wait for the game. Let me know in the comment section how you guys feel about your matchup against Miami for the 9th and 10th spot. Winner will move on. Loser will be eliminated, and we'll have to face off against Orlando or Philadelphia. Let me know in that comment section below as well. Besides from that, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tayvon. We do appreciate everything that you guys do for the Charlotte Hornets as the season ends and everything. We don't know what the future may hold, but ladies and gentlemen, all I know is the Charlotte Hornets has been looking amazing in the Eastern Conference, and I cannot wait for next year to see how dominant they will be in the Eastern Conference coming in. So we'll see from there. This is not a goodbye as far as the Hornets regular season, but it is a goodbye to a lot of Hornets fans that participate in the Spectrum Center. There will be one last time that you guys may or may not enjoy the Spectrum Center. And again, we are rooting for our Hornets to stay alive and play home playoff games in front of the crowd in that stadium as much as possible. The center seems like it's going to shut down just for a little bit in a sense, but they will be hosting the play-in on Tuesday from there. So hopefully you guys pray, get out the way, go to Prime, make sure you're ready for that game on Tuesday. I believe it's going to be on Tuesday at 8 o'clock or 7 o'clock for the game. Make sure you rise ready, and let's prepare against the Miami Heat. We will see you guys later. Peace out, everybody from the Hornets Daily Podcast.